Hello, this is Ami, the intuitive. Let me see what we see. Thank you for connecting me this week. I'm so glad to have you here. Look here, my voice is still nose stuffy a little bit. Has been a week. That exactly a week ago this morning I noticed my throat was having a pain and took it as a sign to reduce my energy level to share the message with you at this podcast. Let me see what we see. So let me see what we see, how it goes for this week. Hope you are able to hear my voice well. If you can comment on that comment of this page, it would be really helpful. So the next 30 minutes is to reconnect ourselves and observe, notice, and just allow ourselves to be open to the ideas, new ideas, old ideas, and notice ourselves to detect where we are, where you are, what you are now. Just be in relaxing mode to noticing a creator being and observer being and what we are doing on this journey of creation. So I'd like you to get relaxed and get your favorite drinks in your hand. I got my favorite coffee here, as usual. And so just feeling like hanging out at the space of cafeteria or salon after the work or in between work or before getting into the meeting. Just it's really nice to give ourselves a space for us to connect to ourselves. And maybe you can use this time as composing yourself, preparing for something, or just instead of zoning out, just use this space as zoning out and use my voice and together connection as in a crowd. Being surrounded and somebody's talking and just we are holding a space for you. So whatever you feel like being guided by your observer self. And it's nice to feel the sense of connectedness. Even if it's the cyberspace, I'm talking from cyber couch at a cyber lounge. But it's a thanking for the technology that we can take this in anywhere from your office or to the outside or your the car from your car or before you're going to bed or after the meeting, before the meeting, anywhere, anytime from archive or live. So that's wonderful, isn't it? And if you are new to connect with me here, hi, I'm Ami, the intuitive, doing this podcast. Let me see what we see each week at the same time. I was 2 minutes behind. But, and welcome to our space. Basically, what we are doing here is to just holding a space with the conscious awareness and the mutual interest to let our professional self back into a default of ourselves and being open to some new idea to regain some root energy power. So that would help each of us to back into with the fresh eyes to reconnect to what we've been creating for our business, for our work, for making decisions, being responsible to complete something, hitting the deadline, whatever that we are responsible as in professionals at the work. And why I am doing this is that because as long as we are in this human being operation as a person in this human body, we're talking about the business, but run by a human person. And each one of us has more than the professional aspect. I mean, what is professional? But it's it's the part of us, and we are so many beings. I mean, taking the roles, wearing the hat, if you say it. So we are like a responsible person at the work, was it a professional, or responsible for our own health, and we are a children of a parent, and brothers and sisters for our families, and we are friends, and we are parents for kids, and so many roles. And I thought that would be wonderful to be able to just what we are, just a pure being, to connect and allow that part of us to rejuvenate it and being open to it, and no need to think about and filter in anything, but just what we are at this present moment. And then the thought comes in front of us as in what was going on in the day, had a tough day, like someone's mistake is still like reflecting all the things, and then all this information just coming back, come and go like a crowd. It's like a wonderful day, there was accomplishment and an expected success and overachieved, but whoa, it was like, oh, amazing response from unexpected actions, and vice versa. So just noticing what element is coming to you, to this witness you now at this present moment. So if you're listening this in archive, it doesn't matter which day is it, but me live here is June 1st. Whoa, this is the new beginning of the month. It's a new cycle. And so I may carry an energy of newness, if you can embody in that way too. And maybe that's new to connect with me here. Nice to meet you. It's the first time. So this is basically your time. My time, our time. I am the person facilitating the space in this cyber, podcast. Let me see what we see. To guiding our attention, your attention, to help your observer self observe what you are right now, currently. So if you're open to this guided experience, enjoy that. Notice what you noticing, and again, that what I'm saying, talking, sharing is not that so important. So no need to make a memo or note or anything. However, what you are responding, like you noticing what you're resonating to what I am saying here might deserve notebook memo to record for getting to know where you are. Because that's something resonating to what you are right now at this current present moment. And then it might be useful for you to make a decision for what you are creating in a professional life. Excuse me. So today, actually, I wanted to share, because to going to the next topic, I really appreciate if you can join me to consciously breathe in taking the air, oxygenation of our body to get that out with no longer serving energy, because the oxygens intaking and exhaling will help us system more cleaner to being open in our body. So let's take a deep breath together here. Inhaling from your nose. Start 1. And slowly release. Doesn't matter if you sip your drink, like taking my drink. One more time. 1 from the nose. 1. So just, I would like you to give your attention to yourself and check the energy level at this present moment after this breathing. Or just scanning your mind. Is your mind is still busy, like flashing all these scenes and memories coming back, or like tomorrow's issues and all these things are coming so actively? Well, how about your body? You feel physical tired from your work or shoulder, or how is your body at this present moment? And then how's your spirit? Even the body get exhausted, your spirit is alive, you know the feeling. So I just want you to notice that all these 3 different state of that we are, what we are as a person, and just enjoying this different part of us and make it as in a better harmony. Just to observe it, and then wouldn't be nice to so and so. Wouldn't be nice to be able to continue this harmonious balance that I'm with. That's one thing. Wouldn't be nice to have the physical symptom, the pain would be gone with this mind and spirit. That's another thing. It wouldn't be so nice that this mind gonna get calmed down so that my body and spirit can heal nicely. That's one thing. So I just want you to notice that where you are now. This is like a relaxing, but being actively noticing using your observer you. So to guiding it into the ideal state, But I basically would like you to get really relaxed, enjoying your drink, and the place that you are now is important. I would like you to have your body in the relaxing posture, like sitting on your couch or the desk, or if you're driving, just to feel the comfort of your body. So today I would like to share the talk and guiding the awareness is that the idea came to me that logical delivery and emotional attachment. So what is the practical emotional essence? As long as what we are creating ourselves for ourselves together with others and as a human operation, we are emotional creature. And if the robot creating something, that's a less emotional. Now, the embodying the emotion into a robot, the scientific field might be happening. However, but basically, get the idea. Like human is an emotional creature, and business and a professional work is an exception. So the emotional components and logics is needing a nice balance and harmony to create something significant. So there's a many aspect of from the scratch to the delivery in a process, and logic give a framework. It's like a clear frames, like here, and define the space. That's really good at logics and defining all this, absolutely making sense and fitting into the perfect fit. And here comes the emotional components, like unclear. What is this? It's not bright or dark. It's the gray area. It's human emotion is in betweenness, unsureness. That's the nuance. How you gonna manage all these emotions in the ideal balance of the practical emotional component, essence. It's a perfect balance. Because emotion touches human feeling and connects our heart, and that applies to any human creation. So that engagement of attractiveness is important for whatever we will create in a product or service behind the logic. So that idea is to how we are going to wrap up these emotions with making sense with the balanced logics. So the defining the space and then put the emotional component in there. And these are the feelings and the perceptions of creators and then also the receivers too. How we logically able to do this is that the first we want to clearly know that what we are doing, like that's the basic ideas, and then define the flame and then know what we are doing, know what you're doing, of course, and then know the potentials, highest potentials, using knowledge, experience, data, whatever that you can possibly think of. That's the mind state. And then the experience too. And then the third, this is going to be that thing, is once we define and know what we are doing and know what would be the most potential outcomes, and then so attached to it, and then at the same time being open to the completely new ideas outside of expectations, that attachment and detachment is the emotional activity, is power. And then that is called the flexibility is needing. The flexibility becomes the power, because we never know what is going to be coming out as the newness. And predicting it is my part of my work. That prediction is mostly not based on the past data, that's an analysis, but it's a focus too, but it's a prediction is unpredictable. Nature can be happening. So the idea is like once something ideal it showed up unexpectedly, how quickly we can adapt that element as part of our creation, owning it. So that needs a very flexible operation, preparation, and participation stance too. It can be spontaneous. So it's the light footwork to redirect the choices. However, among the framework, that is very important. Otherwise, your business is going to be everywhere. So defining the frame is the most important. But sometimes it needs the review, so periodically. But now that getting into the physicalization and so attached to the creative process, and then that's the free, like a storming to allow that, to bring that in. And it comes to that because the human is communicating mostly with the word, and word is the quickest tools to thank you, my alarm operation, to get to know what's going on. So the quickest to share with the word to define and expressing the emotion. So that's how important to get familiar with this way of expressing emotion. Some of my clients really good at expressing the emotions in a logical way. I was so amazed that, whoa, how you gonna explain that deeper emotion in a logical way? So I learned a lot of that delivery, and somewhat the business arena was operated in masculine dominant and logical delivery, but less emotional attachment. I mean, emotional attachment is not a good expression, however, but emotional component, we cannot ignore it. That is everything. So, wise to deliver that emotional component in a logical delivery to get to know each other, understanding that process is the power of creation in any operational creation, like the office management people, because we are human and emotional creator, and if you becoming better to expressing the emotion in any situation, that operation is becoming deeper. It's, to me, that is the realness, not the surface. It's more down the earth. The human blood and soul and spirit is going to be in that. And otherwise, until then, it's a difficult time to put that authenticity into that creation. So how you're gonna know it is that the soul is on board of that plan. So that's the master plan into the schematic design phase. It's more of physicalization involving that emotional component would be really a key. That logical emotional delivery, like practical emotional essence, is essential for that new dimension and successful creation of what we are creating for a better next, and bring that into the next level. And especially nowadays, so many logical 0-1 type of digital choices and creations out there, created by computer, copy paste, and then what we human can do, and what a human can get excited being touched, is the humanness. And when we are able to touch with this humanness into what we are creating for your business, for your service, for your operation, that is going to be the foundation for the major success for any operation. That's what I like to share for today. Let me see what we see. This is Ami, the intuitive. You can learn about me going to my new website, www.thatbusinessforecaster.com, www.thatbusinessforecaster.com. Well, thank you for joining me today for this 30 minutes. I look forward to connecting with you each week here. So please bring your favorite drink and get relaxed and join me for Let Me See What We See. You have a wonderful, creative, productive week, and I would love to connect with you next week at same time, same place, at Let Me See What We See. This is Ami, the intuitive. Bye.